Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Leo, I'm going to do the first of your 2022 readings for you this evening. I'm using my Moonology manifestation cards, a new deck I have, along with my Spirit Song tarot cards. Before I start, I just want to say I hope you had a very lovely Christmas and New Year. This is the first of your readings for 2022, so I haven't had a chance to say that. And thank you so much to all of you who sent me such lovely messages over this time. If the reading resonates, it simply means that you are remembering what you already know. I am a messenger, and if you are resonating, you are simply remembering, my darling. If the reading doesn't resonate, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. There'll always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time as guided by spirit. So, my darlings, let's move forward with this reading for you. I'm starting off. I've split the deck into four, into the new moon, first quarter, full moon, and last quarter. So this is kind of your Spirit's advice for your wishes and intentions at this time, which, you know, everything is unfolding. The situation is unfolding for you. So this is messages for those that most need to hear it, Leo. Thank you for the new moon cards. Thank you, Spirit. Well, that wanted to come out. What have we got here? Think it through. Think it through. This is the new moon in Gemini. So the think it through cards is about a need for you at this time to think those positive thoughts. This is about having a positive mindset. As I said, the situation is unfolding for you. And when I say for you, everything is happening for you. And, you know, the universe works fast, you know, when you're having fun and when you let go of the need for something to happen, when you release, when you just let go and you let God. You know, most of life, sort of most of our wishes and our intentions, everything unfolds outside of our control. So don't try and control this, just let go. And notice the signs that this is happening for you. There are always signs, there are always synchronicities, which is your soul working together with the universe, with other souls to cause and create this to happen. The universe always says yes, and it always happens in divine timing, but let go of the worries that you're having about this at this time. So that is that first card. Let's do some Spirit Song Tarot for you, my darlings. Thank you. So the Eight of Cups has come out for you. This is a renewal time for you. This, it says here, the quest and renewal. This is the starfish, which talks to me as well, that there has been a need to go through a healing process for you. There is something within your past that has triggered various things within you and has triggered emotions within you, and you are needing to walk away from it. Now, whether you're walking away physically from a situation or from a person, or walking away energetically from it, this is the advice from Spirit for you. You can't heal in the place that you were hurt. And so sometimes people get removed from situations in order for them then to go through a very deep level healing process. And this is what's happening for you now. So this is this, and you know that you are going through soul searching too at this time. This card is a soul searching card. Things were okay, they were all right, but they weren't what your soul's intent was. They weren't what you fundamentally and intrinsically knew. You were not happy. You were maybe trying to be happy, but you weren't happy. And if you are in that situation now, and this is resonating with you, if you haven't walked away, there is a need within you, to let go of this. The starfish is the Eight of Cups, as I said, about walking away, but it's about you going through a renewal, a rebirth, a regeneration, and it's not about reacting so much to how you used to react. You're not the same person anymore. And if you can this whole reading is about letting go for you. If you can go with the flow of this and trust that the universe, the universal forces are working for you to allow you to move to embrace, to create change for you, to allow you to move from a place that was not making you truly happy to a place where you will be. And that can be a difficult journey for you. But if you can go with the flow and take the time that you are being given now to go through this renewal. So let's move forward now with the first quarter moon cards for you. Thank you, Spirit. For Leo, thank you. First quarter. So the first quarter cards are about the obstacles that may have arisen, the challenges that you're facing. And, you know, Spirit's advice for you for this. Thank you. There we go. What's come out for you? Keep your heart open. Beautiful card here. Keep your heart open, my darling. There's a lot of shifting happening at the moment with heart chakras, and I've noticed this with a lot of readings that I've been doing. You know, there's one question you can always ask yourself whenever you don't know what to do, and it is, what would love do in this situation? And I'm not necessarily talking about love for another in terms of need for another, but love as love. Love is unconditional love for yourself, love for others. And when I say what would love do about this, love opens up, love expands, it shares, it heals. It's the fear and anxiety that closes down, that hoards, and it can hurt yourself, it can hurt others as well. So what would love do in this situation? Keep your heart open, keep your heart. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay, because if you to be open and to be trusting, because when you do that, you allow yourself to receive whatever it is that the universe is intending for you at this time. And much of that at this moment is healing for yourself, because it's through the healing and the releasing of things that have been hurt within you, and the understanding that comes with that, with keeping your heart open, you're shifting all the time into a place of understanding, a place of compassion for yourself, for others, a place of hope, a place of hope, a place of belief, a place of trusting that things will get better, because they are getting better. So keep your heart open, my darling. I want you to spend as much time as possible sitting in that stillness, sitting in the stillness, that stillness within you that observes your thoughts, observes your feelings. That is the stillness, that is the divine within you. And if you can sit in that space just for 10, 20 minutes a day and just be open your heart to receive whatever it is that the universe wishes to give you at that time. Just say, I'm open and willing and ready to receive. Thank you. And you'll feel much more grounded. You'll feel much more aware of things from an observant point of view. You won't be so much caught up in it. So keep your heart open. Let's see what the Spirit Song Tarot has to say about this card. Thank you, Spirit. That wanted to come out. The world. It's going to allow you to complete this journey. I feel for many of you that this has been something that has already happened, and you are now wishing to it's the understanding that you have gone through something, and it's about, there is a feeling of lack of hope at the moment for you. So Spirit is saying, this is the World card. This is a completion of something that you have been doing. This is a moment for you now to release whatever is the old, and to come into a place of renewal. And in order to do that, sometimes we don't even realize that we have energy within us. Energy doesn't die, it sits there unless we receive it, embrace it, look at it, understand it, and release it, because it doesn't serve us anymore. And we know that it can't hurt us anymore, because we have come to observe and understand why we were hurt, what were the triggers leading up to us to be hurt, or why we were simply unhappy. So it is through that observance, just like the observer, the unobserved observer, watching your thoughts, watching your feelings, that's the sitting in the stillness space. And it is going to allow you to have a higher state of awareness and observation if you're not doing this already. There is a huge amount of internal communication going on with yourself. And I believe that a lot of it you are listening to, you are appreciating and respecting a lot of the higher self thoughts, feelings that you're getting at this time. And Spirit asked you to trust that. This is the whale here. The whale is the ability to communicate vibrationally through the water, and the water represents your emotions. And keep trusting that greater awareness that you have of everything around you. And it's providing you, if you keep doing this, and if you're not doing it, start to do this with sitting in the stillness, it's going to give you that huge, deeper connection to yourself. Everything that we go through in life is for the evolution of our soul. We call it forth. It's part of our life path. And you are successfully, even though you may not be aware of this, my darling, you're going through a lot of deep level doing. Whales travel deep. They travel. It's a long journey for you. It's been a bit of a voyage, and a voyage of the heart, and the voyage of the heart to open up and to trust again and to have hope. And this is empowering you, or it will empower you to really trust that things are unfolding for you, even if at times you can't quite see it at this time. So let's move forward now with the full moon. So this is sort of the emotional kind of experience that you're going through. Thank you, Spirit. What is wanting to come out? No, there was 2 cards there. So this is how to handle this. This is right. So what Spirit is saying is take inspired action. Now, inspired action, it's very lovely. Inspired action is that what I call creative expression. Okay, so it's what do you wish to do at this time, my darling? What is it that you love to do? What is it that you're really enthused by? Focus on that. That's inspired action. Where attention goes, energy flows. So instead of thinking it through from a negative space and a feeling of lack, think about everything that you're grateful for that you have in your life right now. Focus on those things, not what you're wishing to happen. You can wish and put it out there. It's done. It's taken care of. The universe has said yes. But now bring your attention back to the present. Think about everything that you have around you. And that can be not just physical things, but obviously family, friends, all of those souls that have come into your existence that you have caused and created. Think about what makes you happy. Think about what you can do now in this present moment that makes you happy, not something you don't have. Let the universe take care of that. So that is your that's your spiritual energy. You know, when you're enthused by something, when you have this beautiful energy that comes up within when we get excited, when we really want to do something, when we get, we just want to do it there and then. That is your creative expression. And one of the beautiful things that my higher self gave me is your creative expression is an individual representation of your soul's physical journey. So in each and every moment, you have that beautiful creative expression and you really get excited. That is that high level energy coming through you. That is your soul speaking to you. And in that moment, that's an individual representation of who you are. You are representing yourself. And that allows you to shift and change in far much more ways than it does that if you were sitting in a space thinking, I don't have this and I don't have that. All of those things are necessary for you to learn, to remember, because we don't really learn anything. We remember our soul when we have those wonderful aha moments, or we release things and we relax into the moment. Our soul is remembering what it's always known, that it is a part of all that is. And there is nothing to worry. There is nothing to fear. So that's what they're saying by taking inspired action. What is, and where your attention goes, energy flows. Because if you notice, the more you focus on things that you worry about, the more there are things to worry about. So try and catch yourself. Try and catch yourself. Think it through. Catch yourself thinking those negative thoughts. Think, no, actually, I'm going to focus on something else. I'm going to focus on something else. It can take some concerted effort, especially when we're caught in a trap of negative thoughts. But if you can observe yourself and catch yourself doing it, that's half the battle won, because you are stopping it from happening. You're pulling that energy back and you're redirecting it. You're redirecting it in another way. So let's see what Spirit has to say about taking inspired action for you. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Taking inspired action. Thank you, Spirit. Of course. And you know what this inspired action is? This is the Empress. Beauty and abundance. Alongside the hope. Spirit wants you to trust, truly, truly trust. Anthony Hopkins says the most wonderful thing: believe, believe, believe. And if you can't quite believe, play the game of belief. That is sheer power. When you step into a space of knowing that something is going to happen, as above, down below, Spirit has answered, the universe has answered, the universe is your friend, the universe has your back. If you allow it, if you let go of this, and trust that your manifestations, those things that you're causing, creating to happen, will unfold in a way that is with divine timing. They will unfold in a way that are forces outside of your control. And so let go of control. Just trust that behind the scenes, everything is coming into play just the way it needs to be. Just like a jigsaw puzzle coming in, everything has to be put in a certain position. So trust in that. And as the Empress, you come into this receiving mode. Release, relax, receive. So release. Focus on what it is you can do within yourself to release things that you know you need to come away from. It's old grievances, old hurts, just all of those things that you know are bad for you, where your thoughts are going sometimes. And then relax in this present moment. As I said, the universe works much faster when you're having fun. So what is it when Spirit is saying take inspired action? What is it that you love to do? Relax in the moment. Have some fun, my darling. Try not to focus on anything that's negative, even if it's the news sometimes, or talking to friends who might be might have a sort of negative energy about them. Stay away from those sort of conversations. Take inspired actions. Let it go. Trust, just like the Empress. She's all awareness, like the hare as well, all hearing, doesn't run from her fears, sits in a receiving mode, relaxes, enjoys, and allows. And that's one of the most amazing things about the creative process, the creative expression, is for us to allow it. When we spend so much time doing and less time being, we are human beings, remember, we are literally stopping something from happening when we're trying to control it the whole time. So relax and receive, and if everything that's intended for you will come in for you. Where is that card again? What have you done with it, Spirit? It's gone walkabout. There it is, the hare. So there is something as well with the Empress. The Empress talks about the birth of something new. So you are going through this wonderful renewal. You may not feel like it all the time, but trust me, you are, because a part of that, you've gone through a huge shift and getting rid of things, pulling the plug on things that are just not part of who you are anymore. So there is a birth of something new coming through. And if you have a new idea, if there is something you wish to do, Spirit's saying, do it. Take inspired action, do it. Tap into that energy space that comes up when you're really excited about doing something. And now we're going to look, that was the full moon, my darlings. Now we're going to look at the last quarter moon for you. And this is this is about letting go as well. This is a sort of release. This is the conclusion of whatever it is that you are at this moment in time, wherever you are, whatever it is you're going through and wherever you are. Thank you, Spirit. For Leo, thank you. Card that wants to come out. Okay. There was too many cards. Sorry, just one, Spirit. There we go. Thank you. Make time for self-love. Self-love comes in many forms. It comes from letting go of things. It comes from catching yourself with those negative thoughts that you may have about yourself or about others. It comes from stepping away from energies that you don't want to be around. It comes from what is very obviously self-love, giving yourself time, giving yourself space, doing things that you love to do, looking after yourself physically, eating well, exercising, all of those things. For me, with this card, where is it again? Make time for self-love. This is for me about your connectivity with yourself. Do you see here? She's holding this moon. There's the moon here. So this is time for you to step into that space, step into that stillness. Make time for it, my darling. When you connect with source energy within you, when you sit in that stillness, and that stillness, my love, is the stillness that's observing your thoughts and feelings. Remember, you are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings, you are the one observing it. So allow yourself to step into that place, and in that moment of beautiful stillness, that moment of beautiful suspension, you will feel at peace. And the more you can do that, the more you can connect with that, the more you will receive the answers, the more you open yourself up to trusting in yourself, to trusting in your higher self, to trusting in divine source energy within you that's always there. And the moment you do that, things start to unfold because you are allowing, because you are releasing, and you are relaxing, and you are receiving. So make time for self-love. Less time doing, more time being. That is the secret to this for you. Trying to let go of controlling what is happening. And there's a lovely analogy that a friend gave to me, that the universe is like a mummy cooking in the kitchen, okay, bringing in what we have asked for, preparing what we have asked for, doing it beautifully. And we are the child that is really hungry and really impatient and says, Mummy, can I help? I want supper now. I want supper now. And the mother smiles because she loves her child and says, of course you can help, knowing that it might just get a little messy and things might not come in exactly as they're meant to, but she loves her child. And that is an analogy for us causing and creating and manifesting, to step out of the way of it, to allow it to come to us when it's meant to come to us. And in the meantime, focusing on the present moment and everything that we do have in this present moment and what it is that makes us excited, what is it that gets you really going? What is it that gets you focusing on that high energy that's coming up within you? That's your spiritual energy. That's your soul talking through all the noise of life coming up within you. And that's a beautiful space. Thank you. Make time for self-love, Spirit. Thank you. And you've got the Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is the knight that crosses the finishing line. Endurance and determination. It takes a huge amount of work, but in a very internal way, to really want to make a change within our lives. We need to embrace the change within our lives in order to affect that change. We need to make the choice and the decision that we want to change. And when we make that decision, then we start to look for opportunities. We start to be presented with things and seeing things differently. When we choose to remain in the same space, the universe cannot work its magic that it would otherwise do if we're open to receiving. And that is the Knight of Pentacles. It is a slow journey, but it is a hugely rewarding journey. As a camel, you're traveling across something that can be seem very empty, and you know, it's a long journey, but you have everything that you need. And the Knight of Pentacles is the one that gets to the end of the journey and understands and is grateful for every single step of that journey. You're going to go through, and you are going through, a completely different journey than you otherwise thought you might be doing. And it's not really about that destination. I know that's an old sort of, saying, but it is about this journey, because everything that you're causing and creating on this journey, everything that you're manifesting, is all coming into you at exactly perfect timing. And if you can flip it in your mind and say, well, if everything's happening for me, how am I going to choose to receive this gift? Am I going to be angry and cross and react, or am I going to see it as an opportunity to have a different understanding than I've had before? Because sometimes the same people, or sometimes the same triggers within us we experience through different people and different events, but it is the same causing and creating that we're doing in order to release whatever that trigger is. It comes to us in many different forms until we go, now I get it, now I understand it. If you have the same form of relationships over and over again, and you can't quite understand why you seem to be attracting the same person, step back and think, what is it within me that I need to release? What is it within me that's being triggered by this? And the moment you do that, it's so self-empowering, and that's part of this self-love as well. I'm just going to pull one last card from you from a different deck, and I feel like we've talked about the heart. I'm going to put a little bit of the Intuitive Heart Tarot. Thank you, Spirit, for Leo. Thank you. Well, that, of course. And it popped out straight away, and Spirit's very funny with this card with me. You've got the Star card here. So this is that deep level doing that, if you're not doing it, well, you are doing it without even realizing it. There's so many things happening for you internally right now. But this is this card of letting go. This is this card of accepting where you are right now. It's the card of, even with a grimace, saying thank you for everything I have gone through, although it could have been really awful. Thank you, because I am shifting and changing because of it. I am evolving because of it. I'm feeling more at peace because of it. And if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be going through this right now and feeling this right now. And it is the embracing the change that's trying to happen in your life, because the change is that godding process. It's the gift of divinity. It's taking you from that place to that place. So release the past. It's not who you are anymore. And step forward with that courage and determination that this is a journey of huge rewards for you. If you haven't had Reiki, I this is my Reiki card. This is Spirit saying Reiki, Reiki. And so that is the release of trapped energy that you may not be aware that you have within you, within your different chakras. I do have somebody amazing who does Reiki, Nicola Graham, ikigaytherapy.com. It is online. It's all energy work, just like me doing readings. So you don't need to be sitting present in the physical. But what a wonderful, wonderful card there for you. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Justice card. So this is the card of you, things going in your favor. Spirit is saying, please trust, please believe it is all working for you at this time, although it may not be obvious. The Justice card is about you beginning to really, truly find your own voice. You really, truly beginning to understand this is your life path and feeling a sense of achievement about it. And it's the card of communication for you as well. It is as you're beginning to discover and see things differently and hear things differently and observe things differently. It's all coming into balance for you. And now you have the beautiful Sun card, which talks about the inner healing that you are doing, just like the seeds growing in the dark. You've gone through something very transformative in the dark, and you are growing tall and strong now with incredibly strong roots within yourself. You've done this many lifetimes before. You've done this many lifetimes before, but it is all leading to that happiness, that joy, that peace in the moment for you. So my darling, I hope that has resonated, will help those that this reading has resonated with. I look forward to doing another reading for you, probably in the next 10 days to 2 weeks. But in the meantime, have a rest of a very lovely day and lots of love to you. Take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.